Welcome to Scented Pages. Hello, welcome back to my channel, baby. I went to the library the other day and I wanted to share with you all what I got. You done, Cheeto? Did the perfume put you out? Come here, sweetie. It was too much. It was too much for my baby. I'm sorry. um, Today I'm working with Mambo by Liz Claiborne. And this is a beauty. Like, this is a springtime. I've been sleeping on this for the springtime and summertime. This smells really good. Okay, so Mambo is by Liz Claiborne. It seems like I have everything together when I'm not recording. Then as soon as I start recording, then that's when everything goes crazy. Where is it? I just had it. And it went off. Soon as I get to recording. At any rate, it's by Liz Claiborne. And it was released in 2001. So Mambo for Women is a floral fruity fragrance. And it was, the nose behind it is Harry Fremont. Its main accords are sweet citrus, white floral, tropical, fruity, woody, woody, warm, spicy, powdery, musky, yellow floral. See, I think I really smell that. The notes in it, the tropical. Oh my goodness, the tropical notes is what makes it such a fun, upbeat. It really reminds me of like 2001, the millennium, the new millennium, like being young and being 15 and being full of energy. It's like an energetic scent. It has top notes of mango, mandarin orange, and ylang ylang. Middle notes of orange blossom, ginger, hibiscus. Base notes of sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. Oh, yes, see. And that's also what I smell in it too, is that vanilla note gives it a soft, creamy hint. This is beautiful. Mambo by Liz Claiborne. So I went to the library a couple days ago and I wanted to show you, I took back the books that I had gotten the last time. Well, not all of them. I took back the ones that I had gotten done reading, and I took back the ones that I didn't want to read. Shout out to Pieces of Her. I DNF'd that one. Let me see if I can get this. I didn't put my my little, see if I can make this stand right here. It's a different, I figured that we won't do the same little fireplace setting since it's not cold outside anymore. It's just little apothecary, little potions and things. I thought that was cute. So, I was taking out my hair for the majority of the time that I had the last of the library books out. Even though I was able to read a couple of them, I took back the ones that I knew I wasn't going to read, and I got a couple more. I still kept The Woman in the Cabin by Ruth Ware. I kept Drop Dead Gorgeous by J.D. Mason. I kept One Last Secret by Adele Parks. And that was it. I kept those three. And then I got three more. And I'm reading, I also kept the Baltimore Saga, the Baltimore Saga Chronicles. Oh my goodness, this is so good, by Treasure Hernandez. I tried to get the follow-up to it, but the follow-up, the Chronicles 2, nobody has returned it back to the library. So all of the copies of it are not returned. They're like gone. That was annoying. But what I'm thinking is, if this wraps up pretty good, I'm going to want to read 2 and 3. I think I'm just going to go ahead on and read 2 and 3 and get it and add this series to my little personal library because it's about Baltimore and I love a book about Baltimore. And it's so well written. Like it's nostalgic because it's talking about, you know, little landmines, goodness gracious, landmarks and things that I know. It's thick and it's going to take me, you know, maybe 2 weeks to get through this one, but I'm looking forward to it and I'm looking forward to the series. I think Thrift Books has the rest of the series. I'm not too sure about if Amazon has. I know Amazon, I think, has it on Kindle, but I'm finishing up this one. I wanted to, let me see, make sure I had said everything that I wanted to say. Yeah, usually once I'm done with a fiction book, I usually send it back. I give it to the thrift store, send it back to the thrift store if that's where I got it from, or I take it to the little free library. I usually don't keep non-fiction books. I usually don't keep fiction books. I usually always keep non-fiction books for my personal library, but this is one of the few fictions that I would like to keep because of what it's about, its subject matter, and it's so well written. This is something that I'm a stick with. The books that I got, however, let's get into that. Got some ice water. I just got 3 more books from the library because I want to finish the ones that I have, and still mainly I've been kind of reading two or 3 books at a time physically. So I'll read a library book that I'll be carrying around with me, and then most of my books in my library are nonfiction. So I'll take my time getting through those, and then also I'll be listening to an audiobook. So I be all into it with these books and my little reading schedule and how I want to get through my Kindle books, my audio, my library, this. It's a lot, but it's fun. Let me see. Let me put this down. I already told you what the Baltimore Saga Chronicles was about. And all the other books, if you want to know what the other library books are about, they're in the video, the last library haul video that I did. But this one is going, ooh. So what I'm liking about, I can't wait to do the video on it, because what I'm liking about this is that it got juicy quick. The affair in the book between the character Derek and his wife, his wife is having an affair with his brother. Terrible. But it came out in the very beginning of the book, so it picked up fast. So I can't wait I'm only on page 100, to really get into it and to see how everything pans out. Because if you already, revealed the good of the juice of the story in the beginning of it, I can't wait to see how it all pans out. So far, I'm enjoying the reading experience. It's so good. It's leaving a lot to talk about far as mental health and taking care of yourself. It's especially with Black men and mental health. When Black men go through things and they go through regular life shit or are raised in the foster care system, they really drop the ball a lot of times on their mental health and on taking care of themselves and seeing someone. And I don't even know a lot of times if they realize how serious a lot of the stuff that they go through is. Goodness. But that's everybody. But I'm particularly drawn to the male characters in this book and them needing the mental health help. Can't wait to see how that turns out. So, far as the new books that I got from the library, I got 3. And I'll save the best for last. I'll save my favorite one, the one that I'm most looking forward to, for last. This one is by Treasure Hernandez, the same author as the Baltimore Chronicle. So when I went and asked the librarian about the follow-up for this book, and she told me that they were all out, I went back to the African American section to look and see if I, just find any other books that had caught my eye, and I got another Treasure Hernandez book because I'm liking her like I like Ashley Antoinette. This one is called Daughter of a Queen Pen by Treasure Hernandez, and it says she has brains, beauty, and she's eager to please. Crystal Davenport can be anything in life she desires. Well, at least that's what her teachers tell her. However, the brutal truth is that Crystal has one destiny, and that path defines who she is and who she was born to be. This conniving female is indeed her mother's child. Being Miss Fang's offspring means Crystal is hood royalty. Her family is infamous in the game. They live and die by the code of the streets. When tragedy strikes, Crystal is faced with decisions that could alter her life. Right or wrong, good or bad, the choice is ultimately hers to make. I can't wait! I can't wait. I'm so excited because her first one, I'm just looking so forward to it because of what I'm already reading. Oh, I can't wait. Then the second one I got is by Quan. Quan. I love his name. Just Quan. It's funny. I got a lot of homeboys named Quan. None of them are authors though. But Promise is called Promise Kept. It says Promise and her best friend Mouse have fled Newark and are hiding out in New York City, wanted by the police and the streets for the death of B. Stone, leader of the Bloods. In the city, Promise has found work as a waitress at a hole-in-the-wall strip club. But one fateful night, she is forced to face her past when an up-and-coming rapper draws several shady characters into her orbit. Meanwhile, Asher has maneuvered himself into a position of great importance after B. Stone's death, albeit with some help. But his ambition may cost him when he must make the ultimate choice, his best friend's life or his own. Promise and Asher have each come into their own, but will they ever be able to come together? Best-selling author Quan weaves a tangled web of complex relationships and power struggles in Promises Kept, a tale peopled with gangsters, drug dealers, dreamers, and schemers from both sides of the Hudson. I've never read them. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. Now, last, but certainly not least, baby, Infinity Alchemist. First of all, this cover... the cover was what grabbed my attention. Look at how stunning that is. It's got a little black boy in the front. I love it. And that's what I love most about my library. My library has just the best, in my opinion, because I've been through the libraries here, and none of them have the collection of Black authors the way that this library does, and I am just so in love. So Infinity Alchemist by, is that Kacen Callender? I think you pronounce it Kacen Callender, Kacen Callender. The inside of this says, only an elite few are permitted to study the science of magic. So when Ash is rejected by the Lancaster College of Alchemic Science, he takes a job as the school's groundskeeper instead, forced to learn alchemy in secret. When he's discovered by the condescending and brilliant apprentice Ramsey Thorne, Ash is sure he's about to be arrested. But instead of calling the authorities, Ramsey surprises Ash by making him an offer. Ramses will keep Ash's secret if he helps her find the legendary Book of Source, a sacred text that gives its readers extraordinary power. As Ash and Ramsey work together and their feelings for each other grow, Ash discovers their mission is more dangerous than he imagined, pitting them against influential and powerful alchemists, Ash's estranged father included. Ash's journey takes him through the cities and wilds of New Anglia, forcing him to discover his own definition of true power and how far he and other alchemists will go to seize it. Featuring trans, queer, and polyamorous characters of color, Infinity Alchemist is the beginning of a powerful fantasy adventure from the extraordinary author of Felix Ever After, King and the Dragonflies, Queen of the Conquered, and more. Looking so forward to it. It sounds like a beautiful read. It also sounds like it might be a YA. I haven't really read too much YA. Sometimes I struggle with trying to get into YA because it's not really my age group. And so I tend to lose interest in it pretty quick. But we'll see how this one goes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm liking the alchemy elements. I'm liking the queer representation. We'll see. So that's it. That's my update. What I'm reading currently. Let me see what else. Let me think. I'm currently reading the Baltimore Chronicles as far as my library book. Then as far as audio, I'm trying to get into The Butcher by who is that by? Who is The Butcher by? I don't wanna say I think it's by Karen Slaughter, but I don't want to say the wrong name. I'm not sure. But I'm getting into The Butcher, and I'm also gonna probably get into The Passengers by John Mars on audio. So I'll be back soon with updates, and I will see you the next time.